What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Another day, another video. First of all, I'd like to start this video off the top by thanking some of you new subscribers because we're officially over 100 subscribers. Woohoo! It only took a little while, but thanks for being here. And I know there's this big ass mic in front of my face, but it's new, so naturally I have to try it out. And I know you're not here about the mic. Unless you are curious about it, then maybe hit me in the comments below if the audio sounds crispy to you or something like that. I'll talk about it in another video. But enough chit chat. You're here because you're a filmmaker or you want to know about filmmaking, and so let's talk about the feature we shot in 13 days, because we did, and I learned about a bajillion things, and we're gonna talk about 5 of them. Let's do it. As always, thanks for hanging out. My name is Carlo Fortin. I am an actor, director, and a cinematographer out in the indie world here in Vancouver, BC. And so the movie that we're going to be talking about today is still actually very hush-hush, so I won't be disclosing any of the dirty details, but don't worry, because I'm sure most, if not all of the things that we're going to be talking about today will be helpful in a generic sort of way, and, you know, will still apply to you in your future productions. Thing number 5, the weather changes for no one. Yup. The one thing with doing exterior scenes out here in a city like Vancouver, which is actually Hollywood North with hella productions even now during COVID, is that it could literally rain at any time. Like, you could see 4 seasons in a day. So if you're planning for exterior scenes, you must have a backup plan just in case it doesn't work out on the day. Maybe be ready to shoot an interior scene just in case so you don't lose the day of shooting, or roll like we did and roll with the punches. Grab an umbrella, grab a friend, get them to hold it over your head and shoot the damn thing. You'd already come so far to actually get to shooting, so just shoot it. Thing number 4, pre-production plans will only go so far. This is all very related with the weather thing. Sometimes you book a location and think you might have the shots in your head or even on paper or digital paper drawn out, but on the day it just doesn't work out. And guess what? It's okay. This doesn't just apply to shot lists, but also coverage plans. Certain angles or stunts that maybe just can't be pulled off by the actors or the DP because of limited equipment. But you just have to learn how to be efficient, learn to think on your feet, shoot, and move on. Speaking of which, moving on. Thing number 3, you won't always have the best idea. Now, I know this is kind of crucial, but it's easy to clash with someone else on set. For example, the DP clashing with the director or the writer or the actors. But remember, for the most part, this thing that we're doing is a collaboration. I mean, maybe it isn't all the time. Like, I've certainly shot my own movies with me both behind and in front of the camera, but that's a totally different story. But just go into each and every shooting day with an open mind. Voice your ideas, but also learn how to listen and find a happy medium if you must. And sorry to say it, you're not always going to be the most creative or the smartest one on set. And that's fine. Just accept it. It's totally cool. Thing number 2, time. If you've spent any time on set before, then you would know that time is both going to be your best friend, but could also be your worst enemy. Like, if you're on time, dope, keep it there and roll with that flow. But in the event where you're running behind because of, say, too many setups or the actors needed 1 too many takes, then adapt for the future takes. Here's a tip for when you go shoot your next thing. Use practical lighting. With the abundance of gear at affordable prices, it's so easy to fall into the trap that you gotta light every scene with all the different kinds of lights you have and every single modifier. But here's a better idea. Light it so you can do majority of your shots without moving too much. Like, I'm not saying don't light the scene to portray the mood or the tone of the scene that you want to tell, but light minimally so you can shoot multiple angles with very little setups. I know you'll be fighting walls and shadows. I certainly did it, you know, trying to fit into corners that I couldn't really fit, but no lighting setups equals to more shooting time, making the movie and telling the story. Less lights, camera action, and more of just camera action. And last but not least, thing number 1, you could absolutely shoot with a one-man crew. Boom, I said it. In times of COVID right now, where you gotta kind of limit your bubble, to all of my aspiring or existing DPs out there, you have to learn how to monitor sound. I ran my rig with an onboard camera mic, a set of 2 wireless lavs, sometimes 2 other lavs on 2 different characters, and another mic on a boom stand as my boom guy. And yeah, it's tiring. It's a lot to think about, but do it for the movie. I mean, we're kind of doing this big collaboration thing to tell the story anyways, right? So you might as well just do it. Assuming the fact that you weren't forced into doing this, you definitely signed up to do it and you wanted to do it. So if it takes a one-man crew to tell the story and to shoot the movie, then you gotta kind of learn things outside of your comfort zone maybe. You will feel that much more rewarded once you wrap, and you won't even believe that you actually just did this thing with a one-man crew. Like, you and your loving actors literally will be like, what? We're done now? I mean, like, we're all doing this filmmaking thing to learn. I mean, that's what I'm doing anyway. So it's so dope to be able to go through an experience and hands-on and then just apply what you learn from this shoot to the next shoot. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you've learned a thing or two, or I've inspired you to somehow go and shoot the thing or make the thing that you've been thinking about, and stop procrastinating. Go write a short film, get some actor friends or cast it, and then go out and do it. Whether it takes 1, 2, or 13 days, short film, feature film, whatever it is, a sketch, it'll be a learning experience to be had to further finesse your skill, your talent, and your creativity. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you with the next one. Peace.